Hey guys, Yankee here, and today I'm going to be giving my thoughts on D-Frag Volume 1. I've mentioned this a few places on the channel, but in case you haven't noticed or you haven't heard, I have decided to start doing more manga videos, volume by volume, mainly for things that are ongoing and I just want to talk about. Usually I wait until a series is over, do like a video talking about the whole thing, but there are some series that I've been getting for a while that I'd like to talk about and have on the channel more, and D-Frag is one of them. And D-Frag is kind of a special manga for me. Back in 2014, I got really into anime. I had watched anime growing up. Eventually it just sort of fell off, wasn't really paying attention to it. But 2014, I watched a few anime. I really sort of fell in love with it, and ever since then I've been watching a lot of anime, and then eventually fell into manga and light novels and that. The first manga I started to buy after, getting into anime was D-Frag. I watched the anime, I enjoyed it a lot, and saw that it had a manga, and that it had an English release. I had read a fan translation of a manga for an anime I had liked before, but this is the first one I started buying. So I've been buying this series for almost a decade now. Sometime mid 2025 will have been 10 years of me buying this series. So I've been following this for a long time. I've been enjoying it for a long time, and I just haven't really talked about it much on the channel because it only goes into haul videos. So now I'm going to be going through this volume by volume. So this first volume is really just introducing characters and sort of general setup of our, factions. Our main character, Kazama Kenji, is a delinquent. He wants to be the most feared delinquent in town, and he is the only sane person in an insane world. Him and his two friends, whose names I don't remember, I've never remembered them, are just walking around the halls of their school one day, where the short one says, "You know what? This is a video game club. I bet they have games in there. We should go in there and, borrow a couple, if you know what I'm saying." And so Kenji, Kazama, and his two friends, they go into the game development club, and they just see a fire, and a bunch of girls, basically standing around it. They put out the fire, and they are immediately attacked by the girls who were there in the room. And this is where everything just keeps going wrong for Kazama. The girls they want him to join the club. They chase him, they attack him, they beat up his friends to the point where they don't remember anything that happened. And eventually they get Kazama to join the club. And that's where things sort of continue going downhill from there. There is a brief conflict between him and another club member, Chitose, who is also the student council president, which leads to Kazama getting suspended. And then while he's suspended, he gets attacked by another game development club in the school. And then eventually they come to the decision to have a competition where one of the game development clubs is going to be the real one, the other one's going to be a fake. If this other real game development club wins, the fake one is going to be integrated in, and then if the other team wins, the girl, Takao, the head of the real game development club, is going to get sexually harassed. It's so stupid to say it like that, but it's true. And so they have this competition. They compete at the culture festival, where they're gonna have what would it be? Some sort of exhibit, something to do, and whoever gets the most visitors wins. The real game development club makes a game because that's what they do. The fake game development club does not, because they don't know how to make games. So they basically just build an arcade for people to play in, and they get more people to attend, so they win. And that is a very brief discussion of what happens in this volume. It is ridiculous. I love this series so much. The cast is strange. We've got a bunch of girls that think they're in an RPG and they have elemental types. We got one girl who is a water type, so she's always carrying around water. One girl's an earth type, so she's also violent, so she just punches people and then says that it's an earth attack because she has like dirt on her hands. This series is just off the walls, and it's a lot of fun. This first volume reads really good. I forgot that the competition between the two clubs was in this, so it reads well as just like a single volume thing. But I'm really excited to get to some of the later volumes because the story arcs get even more bizarre and ridiculous. This is a good introduction. If you read this and you're not really feeling it, you're definitely not going to enjoy the rest of the series, because it's actually pretty consistent in its ridiculousness. Later volumes don't feel that much different than this. It's a lot of just people doing or saying ridiculous things, Kazama butting in with some sort of retort, and it's just like that style of humor. Japanese like comedians have a name for it, and I don't remember what it's called. But basically you got like your straight man and then everybody else being ridiculous, and it just leads to a lot of silly, fun situations. Like there's stuff that I didn't even touch on that happens in this volume where Takao and the real game development club, when they're attacking Kazama, there's two girls in the club, two guys in the club. One of them's like a small, cute guy, so in order to not get attacked by Kazama, they dress him up or he dresses up as a girl, and so Kazama believes it. And then the other guy in the club is like this big, like massive guy who is pretty intimidating, but he's like a sweetheart, right? Oh, that's whatever. And so he pulls off his mask, showing who he is, and he's got like makeup and a wig on, and Kazama just doesn't buy it. Like ridiculous things like that happen. And then the one that passed as a girl now has to constantly change into like a skirt every time he sees Kazama because he doesn't want him to find out that he's actually a guy this whole time. Like silly things like that. And that's like a running joke in this for the next like few chapters, and it's just a whole lot of fun. Yeah, D-Frag, it's ridiculous. I don't think the comedy is going to be for everyone, but for me, I really enjoy sort of its off-the-wall nature and just everybody being insane. So yeah, those are my thoughts on D-Frag Volume 1. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.